Welcome to the Yerba Power Podcast, where we share the power of yerba mate with the world. I'm your host, Devin. Today, I have a episode for those that are wondering how to get started in yerba mate. And so what I'm going to do in this episode is teach you about starter kits. What I mean by that is essentially kind of the equipment that you would need to get started enjoying yerba mate the traditional way. Because if you want to just enjoy yerba mate, you don't need a gourd or even a bombilla. You just need yerba and hot water. And I say that because you can make what is called mate cocido, which is basically brewing the yerba mate like tea in a French press or in a teapot or just literally on the stove. You can literally just boil it and strain it through, in a tea kettle or anything like that. So no need to overcomplicate it. And that might be something for those that are traditional. It's still the yerba mate, it's still the essence. It's better that way from the plant than from a processed other way. So with that being said, a couple things though. If you want to do a traditional way, meaning with a gourd, a bombilla, so I'm just going to talk about that and a couple companies that I've worked with here in the US, and some recommendations. So going first, I want to give a shout out to Yerba Crew because they have a starter kit. They're also a sponsor of the Yerba Power Podcast, someone I believe in. They sponsor this episode. And so I want to honor them by talking about them first. I will mention some other companies here. So, and I'm not going to recommend anything that I don't use. So just full disclosure there. So this is their, I would recommend, as a starter kit kind of mate. This is the Black Condor one. There's a new one that's in white that's just like this, has this top on it. So this just comes off. It's just a, kind of a plastic lid to, just to keep a lid on it, right? The cool thing about this one, and even another one from Abrazo or any other of these kind of stainless steel ones, is not only I recommend stainless steel because it's usually more affordable, easier to clean, and if you drop it or anything, no problem. Lasts forever, keeps the temperature, lots of great things. But the cool thing about this one and others like this is that basically this doubles as a coffee cup or wine tumbler or just cold water or whatever you want to put it in here. It doesn't have to be just yerba mate because it has a lid. You can just carry around and drink it. So I think that's another cool selling point for these kind of mates. This one, I believe, is 8 ounces. So nothing that really matters or anything, but because it's just however much yerba you want to put in it. Obviously, you're going to put more than, that much. You got to put at least probably about half to really enjoy it, because otherwise it's going to be, just a quick sip, basically. And, it won't be much to it. My wife makes a joke in Spanish, but basically says, it's shorter than the kick of a pig, like a little kick. His legs are so short. It sounds better in Spanish anyways. So this one comes and most of these starter kits, quote unquote starter kits, come with, a bombilla, which is the straw that has the filter right here. And nowadays people always include these pipe cleaners, which is for cleaning the bombilla. You just stick it inside there and it gets out the yerba residue, which actually that was I cleaned out some just now when I just did that. So if you're listening to this podcast episode, I've got this on video right now. You can see it's actually a little dirty there actually. So so that's just as far as the starter kit goes. It's usually a stainless steel I would recommend first. Also, glass or ceramic. So with that being said, Yerba Crew also has this beautiful handmade ceramic one. Iguazu Blue is the name on this one. A little stamp there. I just like this one just for the color and just the feeling of it. Practicality, I'll be honest, like it's a little clunky, and I'm also a little hesitant to just take it anywhere because I'm afraid I might drop it. But it's it's sturdy, so it's not like it's going to just drop from setting it down. It's if I'm holding it and, walking outside on the street or something, drop it. But it has a little mate poncho kind of thing. So it's like its own little sweater for it, which is kind of cute, and also doubles to, keep it warm, and then also kind of as a coaster sort of thing. Abrazo, which they are a company in the US as well, that I've had on the podcast. And this one is much bigger as far as the size of it. Also comes with the lid. It's got some cool colors and saying I like this one, plant powered. But this, I don't know how big this is, but definitely more than 8 ounces, probably close to 6. No, I wouldn't say 16, but 12 something probably. So it is much bigger, which, so whatever you want to use it for, as far as a glass, works much better. As far as yerba, it is a little impractical in the sense of it's being very big, but same purpose. It's a good quality built. It's stainless steel. It's not going to go anywhere. Not going to have problems with it. In fact, I've actually dropped my Yerba Crew one before, and it's just fine. Nothing wrong with it. Just got a little nick on it. And so those are like the two identical kind of stainless steel ones. I have one from Bombilla, which you can see there on the bottom right there. This is one I just got off of Amazon, I believe, because they're all over Amazon. I like this one because it's light, it's easy to hold, and it was just really cheap, to be honest. It's stainless steel on the inside. I've tried to reach out to Bombilla. If you're listening or someone you know about them is listening, let me know. I've tried to reach out to them to get kind of comments about them. I'm just hesitant to kind of promote this one because I don't really know much of anything other than it's available on Amazon for much cheaper than some of the other ones. So I will say that. And by the way, when I'm talking about this, I'll try to put all the links down in the show notes for you guys to try to find some of these things. So we got Yerba Crew in the U.S. in New Jersey, Abrazo, which is kind of based out of New York, and Calmate, which is based out of Miami, or Florida. I think Miami, yeah. But this one is a little bit unique. Also stainless steel. It's just the shape of this one more ergonomic, I guess. And, different designs, got kind of this wood pattern. They have a lot of other colors as well. And same thing, comes with a bombilla and, a filter. So those are, 3 or 4 of the companies, I guess, that I have used and would recommend as far as a starter kit. So I do know with the Abrazo, they have different herbal kind of blends that come in these really nice tin cans. Yerba Crew, I recommend in a park, or La Merced. Or those are my 2 favorites anyways. I mean, what they've had also is Playerito and Cruz de Malta, which are 2, dare I say, newbie kind of yerbas, because they're kind of infamous for being a little bit lighter and smoother. So nothing against that, but I prefer the flavor of La Merced and in a park, as far as comes with the yerba with it. So they have a whole kit for that. Same with Abrazo, they have their own yerba. And then Calmate has its own yerba as well, which is a very beginner-friendly yerba, I would say, as well. Nice, smooth flavor. So all those are 3 really good companies that I would recommend as far as a starter kit. You can base it off your own personal preference or whatever you think as far as size or shape of the mates. So I'll show these 3 kind of by comparison here. I can hold all 3 at the same time as far as size and color. I don't know if that... Then I dropped it on the keyboard. So, but these 2, the Calmate and Yerba Crew, probably about the same size, and then see the Abrazo compared to the Yerba Crew. And so, anyways, those are just my 3 thoughts on that. Hope that was helpful. Once again, if you have questions, please message me on Instagram or SpeakPipe, which I'll put that in link below, where you can send me a voice message and I'll feature in the next episode. Thank you for listening.